Good morning, sunshines. It's not on time today because we're in chemo. So good morning. You're joining us at Children's Hospital with Whit and John over there getting his 50th chemotherapy treatment. Brother Quincy joined us for the day because he's a rock star. As you guys jump on, say good morning, sunshine, or hashtag GMS. Share anything with me that you're grateful for. I am grateful for our 50th infusion because that means that my son is fighting his cancer. He's getting better, and that we're continuously moving forward. You guys, after this, we only have 8 more treatments. Mind blowing, right? We were just thinking about that, like we're already in the single digits. That's so crazy. So today, after you guys share what you're grateful for in the comments, or maybe to your like neighbor sitting next to you, but hopefully you write it out here too so we can comment and react to it. We're going to talk about the fact that the more that you do it, right? It feels really weird doing Good Morning Sunshine here because we don't ever get a private room anymore. We're like in the infusion chairs and there's humans everywhere. Do you think that they also like listening? It's not weird unless you make it weird, so let's just not make it weird. Hopefully, I should have shut that so no staff. Let me just shut that. Hold on. Stay there. You're not supposed to have staff in there. Now there won't be unless they come in. Okay, the more you do it. So here's the thing, right? I've been thinking about this, of course, for a little while here, but we walked in today being Whit and John's 50th infusion that he's gotten. 50th infusion, right? Just 11. What are you thankful for right now, Quince? Toilets? I'm thankful for toilets too, because wouldn't that be so difficult if we didn't have toilets everywhere?
What if we had no car?
What if we had no car? That would be crazy too. I'm so thankful for our car.
What if we had no house?
I am so thankful for our house. Random game of gratefuls, you guys. This is good.
What if we had no street?
How would we drive around? How would we know which way to drive without running into each other?
What if we just run?
What if we had to run everywhere? How do we
What if we ride bikes?
We could ride bikes everywhere.
Wait,
That's so good.
Wait, what if we jump on that, what if we have no city?
No city. We wouldn't even have all these friends right here. We wouldn't have the hospital. We wouldn't have all these people. Okay, say good morning, sunshine. Let me finish talking about this real quick and then we'll be done.
What if we had no roof?
If we had no roof, then it would rain or snow right on us each day.
Wait, I would be under a blanket.
He's so smart. You would just hide under a blanket, you guys. Okay, good job, buddy. That was like random gratitudes. That's actually a really good way. I should do that sometime to play what ifs. I know. That was your first grateful, right? Was bathrooms. Okay. So 50th, right? 50th time that we've walked in here for infusion in the last 11 months. And I think about what it was like that first chemo infusion that we walked in on, right? Like all of the unknowns. We didn't know what floor. We didn't know how to check in. We didn't know the person at the front, like, name. Hey, bud.
Because I'm being good for you.
If you be good for the rest of my video, then you can. As soon as I'm done with my video. Sound good? We didn't know the name of the person that checked us in, right? We didn't know where the infusion rooms were. We didn't know the difference between chairs and beds. We didn't know where to get our popsicles. We didn't know where to get our coffee. We didn't know any of the things. And then each time that we've done things, we've gotten more and more accustomed, more used to it, more acclimated to a situation that started off pretty challenging, and even Whit and John kind of getting out of practice. So now that we've went down to 2 days of chemo a week, Quince, can you be a little bit quiet while I do the video so you can have your treat afterwards? Yeah? Okay. So we had only 2 days of chemo last month, right? So then we had 26 days. We were only even doing blood draws for 4 of those days. So we had basically 22 days where we weren't at a hospital. So when we walked back in on Monday, yesterday, it was like we were a little out of practice because it'd been a while. And then we had started to acclimate, but then we were a little bit out of practice. And this is relatable to all of us in life, isn't it? You can think about anything that you've done for the first time. Let's just take starting to work out. You were nervous to walk into the gym the first time. You didn't know where the locker room was. You didn't know where the machines were. You didn't know how to use everything. You weren't exactly sure, what routine you were going to have when you were there. And it was challenging. It was a little bit frustrating, right? And then every time you went, you learned a little bit more until pretty soon you might walk in. Does anybody walk into their gym or wherever their place is and they feel like they're at home, right? They just feel like you're at home. Right? You feel like you know the people, you know the space, you feel super comfortable with it. Anybody on there? And it could just, maybe it's not exercise. Maybe it's Maybe it's your workspace, right? When you started a new job, you were super nervous about the job. You didn't know your coworkers, you didn't know your boss, you didn't know the material, and it was very challenging. But then with a little bit of time, you acclimated, and now you're the one who walks in and welcomes the new person. You're the one who makes other people feel comfortable because you're seasoned in this. And this is relatable to all of our lives. And it's a great reminder for those of us who want to try something new, who want to expand our minds, who want to move up to the next level with our health, with our mindset, with our relationships, with our finances, with our friendships, with our tribe, right? You know what? We're not ever going to have our candy unless we can finish this video. Oh, he wants to count all the squares. Do you guys want to stop and count all the squares? Just finish up. This is the world. Isn't he so cute though? So it can be intimidating at first, but it's a great reminder for all of us that with time, you're going to get better at it. And pretty soon it will feel like your home. I also want to give you the reminder that when you get to that point where it does feel like your home, reach out to the people who are just stepping into a situation, right? See what you can do to support them in feeling more comfortable in their newness, in their new episode, in their new chapter. How can you support them in just making them feel a little bit more comfortable? Right? And it's not necessarily just things that you want to do and want to accomplish. It could also be challenging situations like we're in. We didn't want to start chemotherapy. I didn't want to become a professional in Children's Hospital. I didn't want to know how to do, what medication, when, how to access support, how to, put the hem in afterwards, how many squeaks I had to do beforehand. But I'm learning all of that because it just is, right? So sometimes the situation is presented to you and you're the one who gets to grow through it and still acclimate with it. Where pretty soon it's like it's not even scary, and it's so much like right now where we'll have these casual conversations about, oh yeah, well it's chemo week that week, and we don't even think anything about it because it's so normal. It's a part of our languaging now, where other people are like, hey, freaked out about that, and that's okay, right? It's actually something I'm proud of. Our family being able to work through and move through that. So today's reminder for you is the more you do it, the easier it gets. If you get out of practice, don't worry. Like day 2 here, Whit was out of practice yesterday. Today he strolls in, we play games, we play with the bunnies. He's doing great, right? But it just took him just a little bit more to get back into it. So maybe you've fallen off somewhere in your life where you need to get back in on it. And this might be your gentle reminder that it's okay, it'll be easier the next time around. If there's something you can think of in your world that you either want to start to get acclimated to again, share it in the comments. If there's something that you've recently gone through and gotten good at, share it in the comments. And if there's something that maybe you're thinking about, I've been nervous about, you're right, about like starting a new studio. I've been wanting to do yoga, but I don't know anything about it, right? Then you can share that as well. Once you put it out into the universe, maybe something that you're looking towards doing, it can become easier for you in all sorts of ways, and you'll start to find support that you didn't even know that was out there. And it could be somebody else commenting on the same feed that you're commenting on, right? So good morning, sunshines. I'll give you guys a quick chemo tour. So here we are. Where am I? It's just hard because this is backwards. Oh, can I just flip this around? Camera. Nope, I can't. I don't know how to do that. Anyways, so there's Whit and John. Whit and John, can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Are you doing so good? You're doing so good. Are you so healthy? Are you so strong? You're not so strong? There's his little infusion. He's just hooked up. We're playing Cars today. He's playing with his brother. We're watching a movie, and we're about to have a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup because that's their treat. Guys, thank you for joining me. Sending you light and love. If you're committed to this, just commit looking where you could maybe do something more. Get used to it. All right. Love you guys. Bye.